Kia ora, you guys are watching straight from the Hangi Pit, and today on the show we're with this man, a very busy man in music. It's Pmoney. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I'm very good, and today we're talking all about your latest album. It's called Backpack Travels. But before we talk about that, I need to talk about your EP, which you released about a month ago. Baddest EP. You work with Gappy Ranks. There you go, right there. You work with someone who's not usually your type of influence, reggae. So what was it like working with him, and how did you guys team up?
Man, it was fun. It was really fun. I've been a fan of the dancehall reggae style, which is a little more, geared towards the club and the dance floor, and a little bit more rough with the vocals. So I think it merged really well with my style, the hip hop beats with the reggae vocal. It came out really good. The single Baddest is doing really well at the moment.
So where did you guys meet? Was it in New Zealand?
We were introduced over email to a mutual friend. Was like, you guys should work together, and we started chatting. We started doing music over the internet, and eventually we met in Australia when we went to shoot the video for Baddest. Yeah.
Nice. And you guys jumped in the Red Bull studio to record. What was it like recording with him?
It was really fun, man, because he's so easy to work with. I just put a track up and say, hey, I made this piece of music, what do you think? Like, yeah, I like that one. He'd jump straight to the microphone and start coming up with lyrics off the top of his head, and within about an hour or two we'd have each song done. So we did like 4 songs in the first day.
It's usually when you're quick and snappy and things don't take very long, it's usually the best piece of work, eh?
Well, yeah, in this case it worked out really good. I wouldn't say that works every time, but yeah, the vibe was flowing, a lot of inspiration in the room, and a really easygoing process. So the end results were really great.
Cool. And tell us about the Baddest single that's playing on the channel at the moment. Before we throw into that, give a little spiel on the background of that song.
Well, yeah, as I was saying, we got introduced by a mutual friend. I threw him the beat. It's a good energetic kind of beat. I was curious to see what he'd come back with. He came back with these vocals, and that hook was really strong. I just spent a bit more time on it, man. It wasn't much to it. Just one of those ones. Hey, this is really cool. We should lead off with this. And yeah, we made a video in Australia with Tim McCartney, the kid that directed it. Young guy coming up, trying to make a name, and he's really talented. So the whole thing just came together real good, man.
Now, you collaborated with Buckshot on this. Like we were saying before, a bit of a legend. He's been on the scene for about 20 years. What was it like working with him, and how'd you team up?
Wow, Buckshot, I've been a fan of him. He was in a group called Black Moon. I really loved their music in the 90s. They're putting out really great underground hip-hop music. Fast forward to like 2010, and David Dallas got signed to Duck Down Music, which is Buckshot's label. He runs the company. So I got to meet Buck through that relationship, hanging out with Dave and so on and so forth. Then last year we did an album together. My album was Gratitude, was the album I put out through Duck.
I tweeted that. I loved it.
Thank you. I'm very proud of that album. And Duck Down helped me put that album together, and then after doing that, they were like, hey man, do you want to maybe have a go at producing Buckshot's next album? I was like, yeah man, I've been listening to his stuff for years, I'd love to. And the end result is this one, man. Yeah.
Nice. And you've got a strong affiliation with Duck Down Records. When it comes to like picking and choosing who you want to work with, is it quite easy? You're like, yes, I want to work with them. How does that work?
Like if I make some beats and stuff and I want different rappers to appear on the song, it's a case of narrowing down who would suit the track, and then just contacting them, seeing if they're available. But yes, the relationship with Duck Down makes that a lot easier because they have connections with a lot of different artists. So if I wanted to work with Havoc from Mobb Deep, they can call him. I don't have his number, but they do, and then they'll call, hey man, we got this kid Pmoney, he's doing some cool beats, you want to do it? And he's like, yeah, I'll do it, on the strength of that relationship. So it's really opened a lot of doors for me and made making things like this a lot easier.
And there's like a smorgasbord of people on this album, mate. It's not just Buckshot, there's a few people featuring on here.
Yeah, we have Joey Baddest. He's making a lot of noise with his crew. Is called Pro Era. Okay. And so we have CJ Fly, who's also from Pro Era. We have David Dallas, of course, local legend. We got Steele from Smith & Wesson, and Smith & Wesson's another great group on Duck Down Music. There's Tina Apex and Chelsea Reject. Now they're 2 female rappers from Brooklyn, and new artists. And Tina's amazing. She's on the video single Sweetest Thing. Okay. She's kind of like a Lauryn Hill vibe, singing and rapping.
Yeah, is she not on flute, or that's a different one?
Yeah, flute is the lead video with Joey Baddest and CJ Fly. So it's all the boys on that one. But on Sweetest Thing we've got Tina on there to represent for the ladies.
And where'd you guys shoot flute? Because we're going to throw that very soon, but that's not here in New Zealand, is it?
No, that's all in Brooklyn. Yeah, amazing. They pulled off a really cool video, suits the vibe of the song. And they're just walking around the streets and neighborhoods where Buckshot lives, where he grew up and still resides, So it's really cool to see like his neighborhood is on the video. I wasn't there on the day when they shot it because I was coming back home. They're like, we're gonna do a video. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm back in New Zealand, but I was so happy with the end result. Like, track's cool as, you know. Yeah.
If you guys want to win this, all you gotta do is private message me the title of the track we're about to roll into by doing so on our Facebook page. Where can people find out what you're up to, keep in the loop of the world of Pmoney, like tour dates, everything like that?
Yeah, pmoneymusic.com. Okay. Pmoneymusic.com.
Simple, pmoneymusic.com. So I'm gonna let you throw to your single Flute on the channel at the moment, so take it away.
What up? You're on the what is it, straight from the Hangi Pit with Pmoney, and this is the album Backpack Travels. The video is called Flute, features Joey Baddest, CJ Fly, and Buckshot, and it's right here. Check it. Boom.